I was very close to death myself once. I really wonder whether I was going to die when I heard people around me say that I had drifted off. I was fully aware, but I could not speak anymore. Then I heard my mind say, I am not drifting off. I am aware. At that moment, I remember so many details about the way I had lived my life, about all the things I had done and how I had done them. Some of them I felt happy about, others made me feel sad. I've realized that I had been upset and that I had suffered a lot mentally because of many small and unimportant things. Sometimes such small incidences had made me so angry that I no longer talked to the other person. Reflecting on them, I realized that they were not important at all. I remember an argument with someone whom I had never seen or spoken to again. What I did not know at that time was that the person had meanwhile died. I was almost dead myself. I wanted to speak to that person about our quarrel and come to an understanding. I wanted to discuss things so that we would be able to understand and forgive each other. I wanted us both to be happy again. I promised myself that if I did not die, I would never again do anything to impress other people. I realized that most of what I had done was to gain status and honor, and that none of it had given me any real satisfaction. Where was that status and honor now when I felt I was about to die? Who was thinking highly of me right now? I was just going to die alone in a hospital room. The doctors could not do anything for me. Where were all those people who used to respect me? The fact that they used to admire me had no more significance at all. What was useful for me now? Nothing was useful. What could I rely on now? I felt so tired. There was so little energy left in me. It took such an effort just to take one more breath. My head felt dizzy. At that moment, I remember the practice. I remember the Dharma. If I was going to die, I could not help it. I decided to accept my situation and to practice meditation. I decided that I get a human rebirth. I would only want a life which enabled me to meditate, and that I would then practice wholeheartedly. It was the only wish I had. Luckily, as I was meditating, the extreme tiredness lifted and I fell asleep. When I woke up again, the mind felt clear and perfect and alert. I was later told that I had drifted into a coma, but to me, it felt that I had peacefully fallen asleep. When I woke up, I felt happy. The doctors saw that I was getting better and gave me an injection. They injected directly into a muscle because they were afraid that I might not be able to handle an intravenous injection and that I might die from it. That is how bad the situation was. People get a sense of urgency, Samvega. when they are close to death, when it is too late, when nothing can be done. Do not wait that long to develop a sense of urgency to practice. Get it now. Start doing the work that needs to be done now. The purpose of a human life is to gain wisdom. The essence of life is wisdom. The most important kind of wisdom is spiritual wisdom. What is left when we are near death if we have not gained this wisdom? Everything we have acquired is lost. None of that will make any difference. You cannot take anything along. You cannot even take a single toothpick with you. This is why you need to practice now while you still have time to do so. Do not pass any of your time idly. Even when leading a busy life and earning a living, you will still have 5 minutes every now and then to meditate. If you can find 10 minutes, meditate 10 minutes, 10 times 5 minutes, or 5 times 10 minutes adds up to a lot. Once you start meditating regularly, you will always find time to meditate. Many of my disciples know this from their own experience. They used to complain that they had no time to meditate. But since they have made it a habit to meditate whenever they find time, no matter how little, they have discovered that they always have time to meditate. They stopped doing unimportant things. They stopped reading just for the sake of spending time. Some even stopped listening to the radio and watching TV and videos. They discovered that when they reduced or gave up on these activities, they easily had 2 or 3 hours a day to meditate. They also try to remain mindful while walking, traveling, working, etc. Why don't you try it too? Why don't you try to squeeze out as much time as you can? And finally, we eat to live. We don't live to eat. Earning a living serves to meet the needs of the body. One cannot avoid doing it. One has to do it. The purpose of human life, however, is growth in spiritual wisdom. Try to gain that wisdom. Don't try to gain money and material possession.